In 1994, Toyota built a Supra so rare that fewer than 30 people in the world could legally buy one. 2 years later, they created another variant limited to just 35 units, but that's not even close to the rarest. This is the complete ranking of the 10 rarest Toyota Supra ever made. And number 1 might surprise you. Number 10. Toyota Supra Turbo, a JZA80. The 1994 Supra Turbo A marked Toyota's return to automatic transmission performance after years of manual-only dominance in the sports car segment. Unlike the standard automatic Supra, the Turbo A was exclusively available in Japan and featured a specialized 4-speed automatic transmission engineered to handle the full output of the 2JZ GTE engine. Toyota equipped the Turbo A with the same sequential twin-turbine line, 6 producing 276 horsepower, though actual dyno results consistently showed figures closer to 320 horsepower. The transmission featured a manual shift mode, allowing drivers to override automatic gear selection, a technology that predated modern paddle shift systems by nearly a decade. What makes the Turbo A particularly rare is Toyota's decision to limit production based on anticipated demand for an automatic sports car in a market that heavily favored manuals. Only approximately 300 units were produced during its single-year production run, making it one of the least common JZA80 variants. Number 9. Toyota Supra SZR. In 1993, Toyota introduced the SZR as a lighter, more focused alternative to the turbocharged JZA80. Positioned as a pure driver's car, the SZR was powered by the naturally aspirated 2JZ GE engine, producing 220 horsepower and 210 pound-feet of torque. To achieve its performance-oriented mission, Toyota stripped out the rear wiper, fog, lights, and active suspension system while equipping the car with a viscous limited-slip differential and sport-tuned suspension. The SZR also featured a unique wheel design and came standard with a 5-speed manual transmission. Weight reduction was central to the SZR's philosophy. Toyota managed to cut approximately 220 pounds compared to the turbocharged RZ model, bringing the curb weight down to just 3,120 lbs. This made the SZR the lightest A80 Supra variant available to consumers. The combination of reduced weight and balanced chassis dynamics gave the SZR exceptional handling characteristics that many enthusiasts argue rival the turbocharged models in technical driving scenarios. Despite its performance credentials, the SZR never gained the same recognition as its forced induction siblings, primarily because it lacked the tuning potential of the 2JZ GTE. Production numbers remain difficult to verify, but estimates suggest fewer than 400 SZR models were built exclusively for the Japanese market before the variant was quietly discontinued. Number 8. Toyota Supra Turbo, a MA70 Group A homologation. When Toyota decided to homologate the Supra for Group A racing in the early 1990s, they created the MA70-based Supra Turbo A. Not to be confused with the automatic JZA80 variant mentioned earlier, this third-generation model was built specifically to meet FIA regulations requiring a minimum production run of road-legal vehicles. The MA70 Turbo A featured the 1G GTE inline 6 engine with a CT26 turbocharger producing 238 horsepower and 254 pound-feet of torque. Unlike the standard turbo models available worldwide, the Turbo A received factory modifications, including a revised ECU map, upgraded intercooler, and reinforced engine internals designed to withstand the rigors of endurance racing. The suspension was stiffened, and Toyota fitted larger brake rotors with 4-piston calipers to improve stopping performance. Aerodynamic enhancements included a more aggressive front air dam and a functional rear spoiler designed to generate downforce at high speeds. The interior remained largely stock to comply with homologation rules, though Toyota removed sound-deadening material and installed lightweight racing seats in competition-spec vehicles. Production was limited to exactly 500 units to satisfy Group A requirements, with all examples finished in super white and sold exclusively in Japan between 1988 and 1989. Number 7. Toyota Supra RZS. The 1996 RZS represented Toyota's attempt to bridge the gap between the naturally aspirated SZR and the high-performance turbocharged RZ. Marketed as a more accessible entry point into turbocharged Supra ownership, the RZS featured the full-strength 2JZ GTE engine, producing the familiar 276 horsepower rating, but Toyota deliberately limited certain performance features to create a distinct market position. Unlike the flagship RZ, the RZS came without the advanced traction control system, rear spoiler, the high-specification Torsen limited slip differential. Instead, it received a more basic viscous LSD and simpler suspension tuning borrowed from the naturally aspirated models. Toyota also deleted the fog lights and equipped the RZS with smaller 16-in wheels compared to the RZ's 17-in setup. The interior featured cloth seats rather than leather, and the gauge cluster lacked the turbo boost gauge found in higher-spec models. Despite these omissions, the RZS retained the structural rigidity and power potential that made the A80 platform legendary among tuners. What the RZS offered was something unique, a turbocharged 2JZ GTE Supra at a significantly reduced price point, creating an ideal foundation for enthusiasts who plan to modify the car anyway. The minimalist approach meant less weight and fewer electronic systems to complicate aftermarket builds. Production figures for RZS remain unconfirmed, but industry analysis suggests approximately 350 units were manufactured exclusively for Japan during the model's brief 2-year run from 1996 to 1998, making it considerably rarer than the standard RZ. Number 6. Toyota Supra 15th Anniversary Limited Edition. To commemorate the Supra's 15th anniversary in 1993, Toyota released the 15th Anniversary Limited Edition exclusively for the North American market. This special edition was based on the turbocharged model and featured a unique Renaissance red exterior color that was never offered on any other Supra variant. The package included tan leather interior with matching tan carpeting, creating a striking contrast against the deep red paintwork. Toyota equipped the Anniversary Edition with chrome 17-in wheels, a color-keyed rear spoiler, and special badging throughout the interior and exterior. Unlike Japanese market limited editions that often focused on performance upgrades, the 15th anniversary model emphasized luxury and visual distinction. Under the hood sat the same 2JZ GTE engine, producing 320 horsepower and 315 pounds-feet of torque, mated exclusively to a 4-speed automatic transmission. The decision to offer only an automatic transmission significantly limited the model's appeal among performance enthusiasts, contributing to its rarity today. Toyota initially planned to produce 1,500 units, but actual production fell short of this target. Documentation suggests approximately 1,000 to 1,200 examples were built, though exact figures were never officially confirmed by Toyota. The combination of automatic-only transmission and the polarizing Renaissance red color meant many anniversary editions sat unsold on dealer lots, leading some to be repainted or converted to manual transmissions over years. Finding an unmodified 15th anniversary edition in original condition has become increasingly difficult. Number 5. Toyota Supra TRD 3000 GT. In 1997, Toyota collaborated with TRD to create the TRD 3000 GT, a comprehensive performance package that transformed the A80 Supra into a circuit-focused weapon. Unlike cosmetic upgrade kits, the 3000 GT package represented a complete engineering overhaul, touching every aspect of the car's performance. TRD bored out the 2JZ GTE engine from 3L to 3.4L, increasing displacement to maximize torque output across the entire rev range. The enlarged engine received forged pistons, strengthened connecting rods, and a blueprinted crankshaft capable of handling sustained high RPM operation. TRD also installed larger turbochargers, a high-flow intercooler, and a fully programmable engine management system. The result was a conservative factory rating of 500 horsepower, though dyno testing revealed output closer to 550 horsepower with peak torque exceeding 500 pounds-feet. The chassis received equal attention. TRD fitted adjustable coilover suspension, reinforced subframes, and a comprehensive roll cage that increased torsional rigidity by 40%. Massive Brembo brake calipers with cross-drilled rotors provided stopping power capable of handling the increased performance, while lightweight 18-in forged wheels reduced unsprung weight. Aerodynamic additions included a carbon fiber front splitter, side skirts, rear diffuser, and an HE Mon adjustable GT wing that generated significant downforce at speed. The interior was stripped bare essentials with racing bucket seats, a roll cage-mounted fire suppression system, and a full array of auxiliary gauges monitoring critical engine parameters. TRD originally planned to produce 100 TRD 3000 GT conversions, but the prohibitive cost, nearly double the price of a base Supra, resulted in only 35 examples being completed. All were sold exclusively in Japan, making the TRD 3000 GT virtually unknown outside hard Japanese tuning circles. Number 4. Toyota Supra A80 pre-production prototype. When the 4th generation Supra development was still in its final stages, Toyota built a series of pre-production prototypes to test in various configurations before finalizing the production specification. Among these was a unique twin-turbo variant that featured a different engine configuration than what would eventually reach showrooms. This prototype utilized an early iteration of the 2JZ GTE with a parallel twin-turbo setup rather than the sequential system that became standard. The parallel configuration delivered immediate boost response, but sacrificed the refined power delivery that made the production model so accessible. Toyota conducted extensive testing at various circuits including Fuji, and Suzuka, gathering data on everything from aerodynamic efficiency to cooling system performance under sustained load. The prototype also featured an experimental active rear wing that adjusted angle based on speed and braking force, a technology deemed too expensive for series production. Several body panel designs were tested, including a more aggressive front fascia with larger air intakes and a vented hood that ultimately didn't make it to the final design. Interior layouts varied between prototypes, with some featuring a more driver-focused cockpit with the steering wheel and instrument cluster canted toward the driver. After testing concluded, Toyota retained a handful of these prototypes for their internal heritage collection, while most were dismantled to protect proprietary development data. One prototype, finished in an unnamed silver-blue color never offered to consumers, was kept in running condition and occasionally displayed at private Toyota events in Japan. This particular example represents the only surviving pre-production JZ-A80 with the parallel turbo configuration, making it arguably the rarest functional Supra in existence. Number 3. Toyota Supra GT. Toyota Motorsport GmbH. In 1994 Toyota Motorsport GmbH developed the Supra GT to compete in the GT2 class of international endurance racing, including the 24 Hours of Le Mans. To meet homologation requirements, Toyota needed to produce a minimum number of road-legal versions, resulting in the creation of the Supra GT street variant built at Toyota's specialized facility in Cologne, Germany. The road-going GT featured extensive modifications that brought race-bred technology to public roads. The 2JZ GTE engine received a completely reworked cylinder head with aggressive camshaft profiles, larger valves, and individual throttle bodies for each cylinder. Toyota Motorsport installed race specification turbochargers operating at higher boost pressures, a dry sump oil system to prevent oil starvation during high G cornering, and a custom exhaust manifold that reduced turbo lag while maximizing flow. Power output was conservatively listed at 441 horsepower, but independent testing suggested figures approaching 500 horsepower in optimal conditions. The chassis underwent radical transformation. The front and rear track widths were increased by 4 inches to accommodate wider tires, requiring custom fender flares that gave the GT an unmistakable aggressive stance. Carbon fiber body panels replaced steel components wherever possible, reducing overall weight by approximately 400 pounds compared to the standard RZ. Adjustable racing suspension with remote reservoir dampers allowed owners to fine-tune handling characteristics, while massive AP racing brakes with 6-piston front calipers provide race-level stopping performance. The interior was stripped to essential components, featuring lightweight Recaro racing seats, a half roll cage, and a minimalist dashboard with competition-grade instrumentation. Toyota Motorsport originally intended to build 100 units to satisfy GT2 homologation rules, but financial constraints and the program's cancellation after limited racing success resulted in only 29 road-legal Supra GT models being completed between 1,994 and 1,995. Number 2. Toyota Supra HKS0R. While Toyota officially ended Supra production in 2002, a small number of JZ-A80 chassis remained unsold at dealerships across Japan. Rather than let these final examples sit as standard inventory, Toyota worked with select tuning houses to create ultra-limited special editions as a farewell to the legendary platform. The most extreme of these collaborations was the HKS0R, a joint project between Toyota and HKS that pushed the 2JZ GTE to levels never attempted by the factory. HKS completely disassembled each donor Supra and rebuilt it from the ground up using components developed through years of drag racing and time attack competition. The engine was bored and stroked to 3.4L, fitted with forged internals rated for over 1,000 horsepower, and equipped with a mass single turbocharger capable of generating up to 2.4 bars of boost pressure. In its conservative street tune, the 0R produced 543 horsepower and 520 pounds-feet of torque. But the engine management system included multiple maps that could push output beyond 700 horsepower for competition use. HKS reinforced the Getrag 6-speed transmission with upgraded synchros and a twin-disc clutch assembly, while the rear differential received a full rebuild with heavy-duty gears and a plated limited slip mechanism. The suspension system featured fully adjustable coilovers, remote reservoirs, adjustable suspension arms at all 4 corners, and polyurethane bushings throughout. Aerodynamic modifications included a vented carbon fiber hood, wide-body fenders to accommodate 9-inch forged wheels, and a towering adjustable rear wing. The brake system was upgraded to a complete Brembo GT kit with 8-piston front calipers and 6-piston rears, clamping massive 380mm rotors. Inside, HKS installed racing buckets, a custom roll bar, and a full suite of gauges monitoring every critical engine parameter. Each 0R required over 200 hours of assembly and testing, with HKS personally signing off on the quality of every build. The combination of extreme cost and limited donor chassis availability meant only 6 0R conversions were completed in 2002, all sold exclusively in Japan. Number 1. Toyota Supra GT4 Prototype. The title of rarest Toyota Supra ever made doesn't belong to a limited production model or a tuner special. It belongs to a single prototype that Toyota never intended the public to see. In 1997, as development of the A80 was winding down, Toyota's advanced engineering division began exploring the possibility of an all-wheel drive Supra to compete directly with the Nissan Skyline GTR's dominance in Japanese touring car racing. This led to the creation of the Supra GT4 prototype, a one-off test vehicle that combined the 2JZ GTE engine with Toyota's proven all-track all-wheel drive system borrowed from the Celica GT4 rally car. Engineering this drivetrain integration required extensive modifications to the Supra's chassis, including a completely redesigned front subframe to accommodate the transfer case and front differential. The floor pan was sectioned and reinforced to handle the additional driveline components, while the fuel tank was repositioned to make room for the center, differential, and rear drive shaft. Toyota retained the 2JZ GTE in relatively stock form, produced approximately 330 horsepower, but the all-wheel drive system's additional weight brought the curb weight to nearly 3,800 pounds, significantly heavier than the standard rear-wheel drive model. Testing revealed promising results in wet conditions and low-traction scenarios, with the GT4 prototype posting faster lap times than the RZ at circuits like Tsukuba during rain sessions. However, the added weight severely compromised handling balance in dry conditions, and the steering feel suffered noticeably compared to the rear-wheel drive setup. The project also faced regulatory challenges. JGTC rules at the time heavily penalized all-wheel drive vehicles with weight handicaps and restrictor plates, making the GT4 concept uncompetitive in the racing series it was designed to dominate. After approximately 8 months of testing between 1,997 and 1,998, Toyota abandoned the project entirely. The single GT4 prototype was never registered for road use, never displayed publicly, and technically never existed according to official Toyota records. For years, the automotive community considered the GT4 a myth, with only unverified rumors circulating among former Toyota engineers. The prototype's existence was finally confirmed in 2019 when a former Toyota Motorsport engineer published a memoir detailing his career, including a brief mention of the all-wheel drive Supra project and a single grainy photograph showing the vehicle during testing. Today, the GT4 prototype reportedly sits in a restricted section of Toyota's MegaWeb Heritage Collection in Tokyo, never shown to the public and accessible only to select company personnel. It represents the rarest Supra ever created, a singular experiment that pushed the platform in a direction Toyota ultimately decided not to pursue. Preserved as a reminder of what might have been,